I'm gonna sleep in a hotel.
Yeah.
I'll drive.
Yeah. Gated community.
Drive in the daylight.
Yeah.
Don't stop for anyone.
I'll at least not drive at night. I'll keep it in daytime.
I'm the type of person to dive in with 2 feet. I actually went on a road trip recently, and nothing bad really happened, So I think I broke the curse.
Yeah, you experienced
I
it.
experienced
So you've
it.
done it, one and done.
The passengers moved on from me. He's on to the
Good.
next guy,
That's all good.
Yeah.
No, I like the fact that you are in a confined space. You are bound to your car, and abandoning it isn't really always an option. It's just going to make things worse. So the constant changing environment and the fact that whatever is after you can come at you from literally any angle because you're out in open space. There is no walls or anything around you around the car. Makes it a really fascinating both challenge and intriguing world to express horror in a way. So no, I really really enjoyed constructing this movie and the sequences and the horror.
Absolutely. It was kind of a daily occurrence. Weird coincidences would happen again and again until they no longer turned into
No
coincidences.
coincidences.
Some of the locations, like we were shooting maybe a stone's throw away from the Green River Killer's hunting ground and dumping ground where he left like all of the bodies that he gruesomely murdered. And the producers decided it would be a great location
Well, we only
to shoot a
found
horror
out.
film in.
Yeah,
and
we
not
only
tell
found-
us.
No, we didn't know until we started filming. And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh,
Don't
have
you-
you heard?
don't you know?
Like,
Do you know
what,
where you
heard
are?
What?
Do you know where you're at? No, I don't.
We had no choice then.
Yeah, we were
had
too
no
deep, yeah, we were too far locked in by that point.
No, I mean it's all about making the audience feel uncomfortable for sure, and also constructing these scares is it's so carefully planned out, so carefully done on set, and also obviously tested up against audience reactions throughout the post process again and again to see how it actually you make tiny little changes and you see if it helps or hurts the sequence and the no it's that particular one in the opening there was a lot of fun to craft actually physically. It was all shot for real out on the road with yeah with pass so it was no it's just I love doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because I think for me, I wanted to kind of experience it how Maddie was experiencing it. I didn't want to like dive too deep and like have a perception of like what really is this. So I kind of like was discovering it with her.
Yeah.
Which I thought was actually quite fun for me
Yes,
because it means that then I didn't get in my head too much
Yeah,
when I
for
was
real.
not in character. Because we were out there,
We were, dude.
it was nighttime for 6 weeks on the road.
I did the opposite. I was like Reddit rabbit holes, internet forums, YouTubers. I was like looking into van life people. I wanted to be like immersed in the thing, which is again what Tyler
It is
would
like
have done.
yeah.
So we interestingly kind of mirrored our characters in that way.
No, that's the biggest challenge of doing horror movies is actually the fighting the audience expectations and the audience knowing almost more about horror movies than you do as a filmmaker. I mean, you watch more movies than you make, obviously. So every horror fan has seen hundreds of jump scares, and so that's the challenge. But it's also a fun challenge. You sit and you discuss for months with writers, the producers, the editors, eventually the DOP and the craftspeople around you as you're shooting, how the minutia of crafting that one moment, how it's and do it again and again on set to make sure that it's working. I sometimes actually on a jump scare I do it 2-3 different ways, the same jump scare on set to make sure that I plan out, let's say, 3 different versions of how to execute a jump scare. So that's where I would put my time on set in addition to the acting, but you sacrifice something else to make sure that the jump scare lands, because it is, you know, yes, it is a big thing for the horror audience.
Do you notice?
Went to the gym a lot.
Gym.
We literally went to the gym.
We would go to the gym and not even talk to each other. Like we'd just like cross each other and be like,
You're like,
yeah.
yeah,
We were like walking zombies, just blow off some steam. That was fun.
We also had this thing which is actually really sweet because we filmed nights. It was one of the things that we kind of said to each other when we wrapped. We were like, how lucky are we that we got to like watch,
Sunrises.
30 sunsets and 30 sunrises.
Yeah, we counted.
Yeah, and so that was
Yeah.
nice because we'd like go home together sometimes, like share a car, and it was like, you know, beautiful sunrise in the middle of like Washington
Yeah,
State
absolutely.
and with these amazing like terrains, and so yeah.
Yeah, it kind of felt like coming out of a nightmare.
Yeah.
Every night.
Literally, you're like,
And you're like, okay, the sun has risen again. All
we will
right,
be okay.
We're good. We're good.
No. Well, it depends in relation to what, but it's no, I mean there is obviously a religious theme going on in the background there, and there is more. There is, you know, there is a story of the hobo codes and how they are part of the whole lore of people living on the road and drifters and people living in these environments. And I think that's very, I don't know, I loved that it had this, it was rooted in this kind of reality, these real mythological elements of American highways.